Unit 4, page 38, Exercise 2. 1.
A fish is a cold-blooded animal that can't live outside of water.
2.
A bird has feathers, a beak, and lays eggs.
3.
A mammal is a warm-blooded animal that drinks mother's milk when it's a baby.
4.
A reptile is cold-blooded and usually lays eggs.
5.
An amphibian lives in water like a fish when it's born. When it grows up, it lives on land and in the water.
Page 39, Exercises 3 and 4.
The Eagle and the Tortoise, an African folktale. The tortoise and the eagle did not know each other. The eagle lived high on a mountain, and the tortoise lived under some rocks on the ground. The eagle heard that the tortoise was very generous and kind, so he decided to visit him. The tortoise and his family made the eagle very welcome. They gave him food and drink and were very hospitable. The eagle returned again and again to the tortoise's house, but each time he laughed. "Ha ha, I can visit the tortoise on the ground, but he can never reach my nest on the mountain." Soon all the animals were talking about the selfish and ungrateful eagle. They decided to help the tortoise. "Next time the eagle visits, offer him a basket of food to take to his family. Then climb into the basket and you will hear how he laughs at you," they explained. The tortoise did what the animals suggested. As the eagle was flying home, he repeated his usual cry. "Ha ha, I can visit the tortoise on the ground, but he can never reach my nest on the mountain." When they arrived at the eagle's nest, the tortoise came out of the basket. "Take me home. You have insulted me and my family's hospitality. You are not my friend." "Take you home? Ha ha! I will pick you up and throw you to the ground," the eagle replied. So the tortoise bit the eagle hard on the leg. "Let go! Let go!" the eagle begged. "Only after you take me home," replied the tortoise. And he bit the eagle harder. The eagle flew high into the sky and tried to shake the tortoise from his leg. But it was no use. The tortoise wouldn't let go. Finally, the eagle took the tortoise back to his house. As he flew away, the tortoise said, "I welcomed you, but you did nothing for me and my family. You laughed at our hospitality. You have lost a friend, and I have lost a problem."
Page 40, Exercise 2. 1.
"This is the worst book I have ever read," Eric complained.
2.
"I won't be late to work ever again," Caroline promised.
3.
"Why don't we see a movie tonight?" suggested Josh.
4.
"I was at the bus stop when I heard the alarm," he explained to the police.
5.
"Hello," she said. "My name is Nicole. I'm the new French teacher."
6.
"Yes, of course," he replied. "I'd love to go out for dinner."
7.
"Do you like to read folk tales?" asked Rachel.
8.
"Please, please, please don't tell," she begged.
Page 40, Exercise 4. 1.
"I hate vegetables. I won't eat them," the boy said stubbornly.
2.
"The baby is sleeping," the man said quietly.
3.
"My daughter won first prize at the science fair," she said proudly.
4.
"I won the lottery," she shouted happily.
5.
I apologize for being late. It won't happen again, he said nervously.
6.
You should call if you know you're going to be late, she said angrily.
Page 40. Exercise 5. 1,
I'm going on a plane trip tomorrow.
2,
I'm going on a plane trip tomorrow.
3,
I'm going on a plane trip tomorrow.
4,
I'm going on a plane trip tomorrow.
Page 41. Exercise 4.
Did I tell you my story about the yak?
No. Tell me what happened.
Well, 5 years ago, I went to Nepal on vacation. One day, I was walking quietly along a path when I saw a yak. It was standing on the path in front of me.
Really? What did you do?
Well, I continued walking towards it. When I passed it, the yak tried to attack me with its long horns.
Wow. Were you scared?
Yes, I was. I turned my back and it hit my backpack once with its horns.
And then what happened?
Well, I walked past it quickly and I didn't look back. A few minutes later, I turned around and it was standing there just like before.
Page 42. Exercise 2.
The Tiger, the Brahmin, and the Jackal, an Indian folk tale. One day, a wise Brahmin was walking in the forest when he came across a tiger trapped in a cage. "Oh, Brahmin," he begged, "please free me from this cage." "No," replied the Brahmin. "If I set you free, you will eat me." "No, I won't," the tiger promised. The Brahmin didn't believe the tiger, but he opened the door of the cage.
Page 42. Exercise 3.
At once the tiger pounced on him. "Fool! People say you are wise, but how could you believe the word of a tiger? Now I'm going to eat you." "But that's not fair," said the Brahmin. "It is fair. I am a tiger, and tigers eat people," replied the tiger. "But you promised," said the Brahmin. "I promised so you would help me, but I am still going to eat you," said the tiger. "Wait," replied the Brahmin. "Let me walk through the forest. I will ask the first 3 things that I meet what they think. If they believe you have been unfair, you let me go. But if they say you have been fair, you can eat me." "Very well," said the tiger. "I understand the laws of the jungle. Everyone will agree with me."
Page 43. Exercise 5.
First, the Brahmin explained his problem to a tree. "Fair," replied the tree. "I offer shade and shelter to everyone, but people cut off my branches to make houses and for their fires. The tiger is right." Next, the Brahmin explained his problem to a buffalo. "The tiger is right," answered the buffalo. "I give people milk, but when I have no more, they will kill me and eat me. This is the law of the jungle," answered the buffalo. Finally, the Brahmin saw a jackal and explained his story. "I'm sorry," the jackal said, "but I don't understand." Again, the Brahmin explained, but still the jackal didn't understand. "Come with me," said the Brahmin. Let's ask the tiger to explain." So the tiger explained, but once more the jackal shook his head. "Let me see. The Brahmin was in the cage and—" said the jackal. "No, you fool! I was in the cage," said the tiger angrily. "Ah, yes, I was in the cage," replied the jackal. Now the tiger was furious. "Look, I was in the cage!" And he walked back to the cage and walked inside it for the jackal to see. "Ah, now I understand," said the jackal, smiling. And very quickly he closed the door of the cage. The tiger roared, but it was too late. "Oh, thank you," said the Brahmin. "Don't thank me. I just wanted to understand the situation, and now I do. Continue to be wise and good, Brahmin. Goodbye," said the jackal as he walked away. "I will," said the Brahmin, looking sadly at the tiger. "And if you were wise and good, you wouldn't still be in that cage."
Page 44. Exercise 2.
The moon. The moon is the biggest and brightest object in the night sky. When we look at the moon, we can see the surface is covered with dark spots. For centuries, people around the world have looked up at the moon's spots and seen different images. To explain these images, they told folk tales. A Hawaiian tale explains that a woman got tired of working and went to the moon to rest by walking on a rainbow bridge. In the Japanese version of an Indian tale, the god Sakra disguised himself as a beggar and asked a monkey, a fox, and a rabbit for food. The rabbit offered its own body as food and jumped into a fire. Sakra saved the rabbit for its generosity and took him to the moon, where he works making mochi, rice cakes. A Native American story tells how a frog jumped to the moon to escape a wolf that was madly in love with her. A German story explains that a man who was cutting wood on a Sunday was banished to the moon for working on a religious day. The Maori people of New Zealand see a woman named Rona who became trapped on the moon for cursing it when the moon went behind a cloud and she tripped in the dark. The Chinese tell different folk tales about Chang Yi, who swallowed the pill of immortality and floated up to the moon. She lives with a rabbit who is constantly working to make more medicine for the gods. The Kimbundu tribe of Angola see a frog who acted as a messenger between the king of earth and the king of the moon. One native Mexican tale explains how two gods wanted to be the sun. As only one god could be the sun, a rabbit was thrown into the face of one of the two sun gods, making it darker and turning it into the moon.
Page 45. Pronunciation.
2 syllables. Replied, explained, arrived, promised, returned.
3 syllables. Suggested, insulted, repeated, decided, predicted.
Page 46. Exercises 1 and 2.
Sorry I'm late, Yoon. A strange thing happened to me this morning.
No problem, Lynn. The boss isn't here yet. What happened?
Well, I was making breakfast when I heard a crazy sound.
A crazy sound? What do you mean?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it sounded like someone was in my living room breaking things.
You're kidding. So what did you do?
Well, I went into the living room and there was a bird flying around. It was really confused and scared.
No way!
Yes, so I ran across the street to my neighbor's house.
Really? Why did you do that?
I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe someone could help me.
Okay, but what about the bird?
Well, I went back to my house with my neighbor, but the bird was gone. I guess it flew back out the open window.